Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to be speaking about this Glycine Airman. For those who know, I purchased it a month ago and I gave my first impressions video, which were extremely favourable. I actually think this is a stunning piece, but 2 weeks into wearing the watch I had to send it off to my repairman, and I'll explain why. I'm also going to be announcing the winner of this second hour travel case. That it's a free watch travel case that we've decided to give away. And we had a competition running, and I'm going to be announcing the winner in this video today. So stick around as I share my thoughts on these two items. If you like my content and you want to see more, please help the channel by subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. So welcome back to the channel. So before we get onto the watch, I thought, you know what, we'll give away the travel case. We'll announce the winner first, and the easiest way to do that is I've got an iPad here. The video itself was called the Raymond Vey Freelancer and the free giveaway. So 2 weeks ago we did this video, and I asked you guys to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and you're in the running for this free travel case. So the way to do this, I've picked a program here. It's called YouTube Random Comment Picker, and all I need to do is put the URL of that actual video, paste, that's the video itself, get YouTube comments. So this will select all the comments that were left for that particular video. The amount of unique commenters is 145, so it filtered out all the duplicate users and all the rest. All we need to do to get the winner is start the raffle, and it'll pick a random winner for us. So good luck, guys. Start sorting through. As you can see, Robert Brown. Congratulations, Robert Brown. Would love to win that case. Smile. So Robert Brown, you've won that case. All you need to do, my friend, is contact me. If you get on my YouTube channel, where it says about, basically go down to the bottom and it says for business inquiries, press that button, drop me an email, and you have won yourself the free travel case from Second Hour. So congratulations, Robert Brown. Enjoy that, my friend. So let's get onto the watch. And look, the Glycine Airman is a beautiful watch. I don't know if you guys haven't seen the previous video, my first impressions. You can have a look at it just up here. There's a link. I can't speak highly enough of this particular unit. I love it. I love everything about it. It's styling. It's a 1953 original production, you know, and they've copied it pretty much to a T. You know, it's got such a nostalgic feel, such a beautiful historic presence and all the rest. And I like it. I really love this watch, but there was something wrong with it. You know, after wearing this watch for a couple of weeks on my wrist, I struggled. I really struggled reading the time, the legibility. You know, the hour hands as well as the GMT hand were all the same color. And for those who have already picked up on it, you can see the GMT hand now is red. So I took this to my watch repair guy and I said, can you fix this? He goes, what's wrong with it? I said, nothing. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, look, I can't read it. The legibility, I love the watch. I think the watch is stunning, but I want to be able to read that GMT hand at first glance. And he goes, yep, piece of cake. So he goes, why don't we paint it? So I chose the color red because the font of the date was also red. And I thought, you know what? I don't know if you can pick it up in the channel, but it looks really classy. It looks really nice. And the reason I modified this watch, I came back from a background where, you know, look, I purchased a lot of Seikos when I first started collecting watches, you know, Seiko SKX, you know, the Turtles, and I used to mod them. You know, I take off the bezel, take off the crystal, you know, replace it with sapphire crystal rather than, you know, the old Hardlex. Put a different hands on certain watches, different straps, and have fun with the watches. They weren't very expensive watches, so I thought, you know what, why not have some fun with some of these watches? And when I purchased this Glycine, I fell in love with its looks. I fell in love with its styling. It's a beautiful 1953, you know, reinterpretation of what they made back then. It's pretty much, you know, one for one as far as styling. I mean, this is the 40mm variant. I know the original, the purest, was 36. But I absolutely love this watch, and I didn't want to have to put it aside in my watch case and not wear it because of its legibility factor. So I decided to make a decision, and I actually asked some questions on some of the forums. I said, guys, I love the watch, but I'm actually thinking of painting the GMT hand red. What do you guys think? No one got back to me. Not one person got back to me. I thought, look, that's fine. You know what? It's my watch. I'm gonna do what I like. And a lot of people might rant and rave and say, oh Pete, you know, it's a limited edition, you've just spoiled it, you know, it's probably dropped its value. To be quite honest, I don't really care. It's my watch. This is my watch, and this is the watch that I wanted, how I wanted it. You know, if I wanted to be, to get a purist, I would have got the purist version. I would have got the 36mm, which was more accurate to the original. You know, if I wanted to be that critical about the watch, yes, I would have done that, but that wasn't my intention. My intention was to buy this watch. It gives me the ambience, the nostalgic feel, the romance, you know, the quality of craftsmanship from the 1950s. I wanted that, but I also wanted a watch that's usable today. And for me to achieve that with this cream dial, I had to paint the GMT hand. So I love this watch. What can I say? It's stunning. It's got an acrylic crystal. I shared a few thoughts about the watch itself in my previous first impressions. I've been wearing it. It is so comfortable and such a pleasure to look at. Now, the GMT hand's an interesting function because the hour and the minute hand function on a 12-hour basis. So at the moment you can see it's 12 minutes, or about 13 minutes to 2. So 30 minutes to 2 in the afternoon. That is showing us that it's almost 2 o'clock. As you can see, the way I read the watch is very simple. As soon as I look down to my wrist, the first thing I look at is the GMT hand. Oh, it's nearly 2 o'clock, I move on. You know, oh, it's nearly 4 o'clock, I move on. So wherever that is, I know exactly what time it is at a glance now, and I love it. Now, if I want to be more critical, well, I've got the minute hand. You know, it's nearly 2 o'clock. Well, you know what? It's 13 or 14 minutes to 2. Fine, not an issue. If I want to be more precise with the seconds, it's got a second hand. So it's a wonderful tool watch that was designed back in the 50s, and I'm enjoying it today. You know, I'll give you the specs of the watch itself, you know, and how it sits on my wrist. But the feeling I get, I think TGV shared a review a couple of weeks ago on this particular watch as well, and look, wonderful review. He goes into its history and all the rest. Fantastic. I've given it a thumbs up. I highly recommend you watch that video. But this is it's a masterpiece. It's a piece of our history, and you know, Glycine has done a fantastic job, not only on its sizing, you know, its finish and all the rest, just the ambience, the feel that I get from something like this. You know, we buy watches because we bond with them. I've bonded with this particular watch, and it's not that expensive. So, you know, sometimes people say, oh, what's your favorite watch, Pete? Is it the most expensive one? You know, your Rolex or your Omega? No, actually no, to be quite honest, no. Some of my favorite watches are not that expensive. Some of them might be $300 to $500, less than $1,000. It's not, you know, happiness is not based upon price. Happiness is based upon something that you like, and it doesn't matter the value. It's something that you bond with, something that you can actually relate with. So this is one of those watches. Now, the nitty-gritty of the watch, it's a 40mm case size with a case height of 12mm. That's including the crystal. Without the crystal, it's just over 9mm. So, you know, it's a really petite feel in the hand. You know, it sits really nice. The lug to lug distance is 49 and the lug width is 22mm. So look, with those dimensions, I've shared it before, but I'll put it on the wrist again just to show you guys. So there you go. So that's what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's a vintage looking watch. The strap itself is not the original strap. The one that comes with the Glycine is a black, beautiful soft leather strap. I love it. It's 22mm that tapers down really small. I think 12mm down here, but a stunning strap. A little bit too soft for my liking. I wanted something a bit more firmer. This is a strap I purchased from UK, from England, from a company. It's actually from eBay, a company called SecTime. I'll leave a link in the description. It was about 33 bucks, but it's a stunning looking strap. It's if you have a look at it, it's got a beautiful liner on the bottom. It's a really nice piece. It's genuine leather. It's just soft enough, but just firm enough as well. So lovely stitching. I think it suits the watch, and it softens up the dial rather than the black one that originally came with this. So, But look, the movement on this, it's an ETA 2893-2. It's a high beat movement. It beats at 28,800 beats per hour. It's got hacking, hand winding, 42-hour power reserve, and look, I've had this for 1 month now, and I've had it on the time grapher, I've had it in wearing on my wrist. It basically gains about 3 to 4 seconds a day. So, you know, the watch is really well regulated, it's got a really nice movement in it, but put all that aside, put the accuracy and all the rest aside, it's just a pleasure to own a watch like that. It's just a pleasure to use something of, you know, this sort of nostalgic feel and look, you know. So for those who don't know, there was a pilot back in the day who, you know, approached Glycine and said, look, you know, if you guys can invent a watch, design something that's going to give me a 24-hour dial, you know, be able to read the time in 2 different time zones. That was the purest version. As a pilot, we can know the time from our destination to where we're going, and they designed the Glycine Airman. So this GMT version is one step ahead. It's basically got the 2 time zones, plus the GMT gives you a third time zone. So how that works, I'll explain. As you can see, it's you know, 10 minutes to, you know, 8 minutes to 2 at the moment, so that's almost 2 o'clock there in the afternoon. I've set the GMT hand to the standard local time zone, but you can set that time to wherever you want. You can set it to, you know, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, a different time zone in the world. And with the external outer bezel, you can also set a third time zone. So at the moment, you see the GMT hand is pointing down at 2 o'clock. I had it pointing at, I think it was around there you go. So it's about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning in Greece, in Europe. So I've got some friends in Greece, and for me to communicate, I can, at first glance, I know it's 2 o'clock here, 7 o'clock in the morning in Greece. So I know straight away, yep, perfect time, let me give them a call, you know, and all the rest. So really appreciate the design and simplicity. But you know, with a watch like this, there's something that comes to me that it's not a watch that you can throw around. You really need to baby a watch like this, you know, not only from its crystal being acrylic, bring a softer sort of compound, so you've got to look after it, you know, from scratches and all the rest, but just the quality and the delicateness of you know, the crowns, the delicateness of the movement, and you know, the bezel itself. For me, being in my 50s, I enjoy something like this. If I was maybe in my mid-20s, maybe not. I wanted something more toolish that was robust, like a G-Shock or something that I can throw around a bit. This is something that I appreciate now in my later life. So I do have a lot of watches in my collection. I do have a lot of different types of watches. This is specific for, I don't know, just joy. Being able to read the time in a different way. So I don't use the hour and minute hand, I use the GMT hand always to read the time on this. So, you know, for that purpose, I really like it. But I wanted to share some thoughts. There's nothing wrong with the watch. For me there was, but there was nothing wrong, but I needed to get it fixed, because for me to enjoy this, I needed to get that hand painted red. So it is a stunning watch. It is a beautiful watch, and I wanted to share a few more thoughts on this. It's you know, I can't praise it highly enough. Glycine's done a great job, from the movement to the dial to the finishing. I'll give you guys a loom shot, because I didn't actually give you a loom shot on the last video. So just to show you that it's extremely legible in the evening as well, which is wonderful, as you can see. That's just stunning. That's just beautiful. And it's like I said, it's attention to detail. It's delicate. It's you know, things like this bring us joy. So this is my experience with this watch. It's definitely something that's staying in the collection, and I do wear it on a daily basis. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And for the winner of the second hour travel case, Robert Brown, I'm going to be sending it out to you. So just contact me through the on my YouTube channel, and enjoy this. And thank you everyone else who participated. We'll see you all next time. Thanks again. you.